What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So I wasn't originally going to go live because it wasn't really news. But in the last 90 minutes, the Yankees made two moves. So now it's not the moves that we're expecting, that we're hearing about. But that said, they still made moves. If you haven't heard, I put out shorts, but they've re-signed Johnny Loizaga to a one-year deal for 2025 with an option for 2026, bringing a big arm and a reliable arm back to the bullpen. Even though he's had some recent injuries, he's coming off Tommy John. He's always been a big arm in the bullpen, right? And they've also made a traded from their catching depth, Carlos Narvaez. They traded him to the Boston Red Sox for international money, $250K in international money, which will help them recoup what they're going to be giving out to facilitate the max free signing, because they have to give up $1 million in international money. So I would expect another trade that the Yankees might make to get a little bit more international money back. So, but they also are getting, his name is Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, a 20-year-old right-handed pitcher. And he's probably going to be the second or third best pitcher in the Yankee system already. He's a hard throwing. He's got a plus fastball, 98 to 100 miles an hour, and with some plus stuff too. And again, he's 6'3", 170 pounds. He bats lefty, throws righty. He's a right-handed pitcher. And again, he's only 20 years old, but he's had pretty, he's got a 2.60 career ERA. And just as an example here, he averages more than a strikeout an inning too. So this is an arm that the Yankees can develop into something. And this is one of the things that Cashman does, right? He makes these under-the-radar trades that he hardly ever gets credit for. He's bringing back a current reliever that they have, and he's stocking one for the future, right? So they're very good at this. So now again, there's 4 other catchers on the 40-man roster for the Yankees, and they also acquired one. You remember Jose Trevino's still here. You could back up Wells, okay? But I'm pulling up the 40-man roster right now. They also acquired a catcher about a month and a half ago, right? And his name is Jesus Rodriguez. That's him. Yeah, Jesus Rodriguez. Young. He's 22 years old. Born in 2002. He's a 22-year-old catcher. So, and he's a right-handed hitting catcher. You got J.C. Escara, Jose Trevino, and Austin Wells. So those are the 4 catchers that are on the 40-man roster for the Yankees. So they could essentially trade away somebody like Jose Trevino in a trade for to a team that needs catching, right? So, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, like, to me, the Yankees that are interested, hearing that the Yankees are interested in this, that's not news to me. So Yankees are not news. Like, I wanted to wait because update's not really news, right? So I wanted to wait until to see if the Yankees actually did something, and they did. And if you haven't heard, Garrett Crochet, ace left-handed pitcher, was traded to the Red Sox for 4 prospects. Kyle Teal, which is their stud prospect, a catcher. Braden Montgomery, an outfielder. Chase Midrith, an infielder. And Wilkerman Gonzalez, a starting pitching prospect. They did not have to give up Tristan Casas or Willie or Bray, none of their top 2 guys. So, but there's talks about them working with Seattle to try to facilitate a Luis Castillo trade because they want another arm, and it doesn't sound like they're going to be signing Corbin Burnes. So it looks like the Giants are about to put an 8-year offer on the table for Corbin Burnes. So they need to replace Blake Snell. So that's what we're hearing, right? The Yankees are being very aggressive on Kyle Tucker right now. And what we're hearing also is that Cal Steinbrenner is kind of drawing a lot of comparison. He never draws his comparison, but he's drawing comparisons to his dad, George, being a very aggressive right now, and he's instructing Cashman to do the same. They're kind of upset by the Soto and Boras situation, even though it's Soto's right to do what he did, and he got pressure from the union and so on. But they did not. At the end of the day, they didn't give the Yankees a chance to counter the final offer. So, and now this is an opportunity for them to kind of go in a different direction and load up on a bunch of players. So we're hearing a bunch of news, like Christian Walker. They were close last night, but once the Kyle Tucker's name, once they jumped in on Kyle Tucker, that got put on the back burner, right? They could still be resurrected, but I don't know. I really don't know. This chat about Carlos Correa, but I'm gonna pass on Correa. I mean, I like his edge and what he brings, but he's older. He's 30 now, and he's on $33 million a year for the next 4 years, plus potentially 4 option years after that. So I'm gonna pass on him. And Hal is not giving Cashman a spending limit. That's the other thing too. So my guess is he'll be they'll match last year's payroll, maybe exceed it. Now that Soto is gone. So but there's other folks like the Padres are shopping Luis Arias, Dylan Cease, and Xander Bogaerts right now. So from the Yankees, I'm looking into Luis Arias to see what they can. They need a catcher. They lost Kyle Gashioka to Texas Rangers. They need a starting pitcher. They lost Joe Musgrove to Tommy John surgery. How about Jose Trevino and Nestor Cortez? Maybe another prospect or something like that for Luis Arias. It addresses a need for them. They're looking to shed payroll, so this helps them save money. They'll pay less for both of those guys than they are paying for Luis Arias. So I don't see the point in Fernando Tatis. People keep pushing Tatis. Where's he going to play? So Pete Alonso, well, all I know is Pete Alonso has a 4-year offer out on the table from the Oakland A's. So that's all I'm hearing right now on Pete Alonso. And he's been put on the back burner too because as of last night, the Mets were trying to trade for Vlad Guerrero. And that hasn't happened yet. But Christian Walker was their backup, and Pete Alonso was option 3 for them. But at the end of the day, he could go back to the Oakland. He could go back to the Mets for all we know. So, but there's only a handful of players I think that represent fits. Like Kyle Tucker would represent the offensive fit here. And they're prioritizing Luis Hill. They've already made it clear they want Hill and corner infielders. So there's a chance you might not even have to give up Dominguez or Spencer Jones for him, right? So there's that. But you never know what it's gonna turn out to be at the end. You never know. But it sounds like it's between them and the Cubs being the most aggressive right now for Kyle Tucker. So, and that's good. But again, recouping this international money puts more in the pot to go make a full-on pursuit for Roki Sasaki. And why do I say Roki Sasaki? Well, the Yankees have a presentation already set for him. They haven't scheduled a date yet, but they have one put together for him. So they're gonna be doing the full court press for Roki Sasaki. So, and I would expect Masahiro Tanaka to be at the meeting because he idolized Masahiro Tanaka. And by the way, hit the like button, everybody. Let's hit them likes up. We got 300 plus people in here right now. We're at 72 likes. See if we can get to 200 likes. And let me know what your thoughts are too. Like, do any of these folks interested? I mean, we're hearing Tucker, right? We're hearing Bellinger. But now what we're hearing is the Cubs don't want to eat any money. So maybe the Yankees will pivot to something less expensive, like Luis Arias, who could also be their leadoff hitter. So there's other options. There could be a move or two made tonight, Jarvis. Yeah. I don't know. Nothing on Jack Flaherty yet. They're gonna wait until Corbin Burnes signs, and him and Fried will establish the price for everybody else. Jack Flaherty's probably gonna get upwards of $25 million a year. So we got $250K from the Red Sox, international money. So now we've got to make up another $750, and then we'll be even from last year. So, and one of the reasons, thank you, John Lee, I appreciate you, man. Super chat. One of the reasons why they're moving back from Christian Walker is because they expressed concern about signing another player attached to a QO. Max Fried is attached to a QO, right? So, and that's one reason they're also pivoting in other areas. They don't have to. They're trying to trade for Cody Bellinger, obviously, but the Cubs do not want to eat any money. So maybe the Yankees will attach a contract in return. So we don't know yet. Luis Arias represents a good fit here. He's on a 1-year deal too. He's a free agent next year, so it could be. You might have to offer Ben Rice and Roderick Arias with Luis Hill to the Astros. Right? They don't have a first baseman. So, and Luis Hill gives them a starting pitcher with 4 years of control. Who's the rookie of the year this year, so this would be Cashman selling high. So, Jazz would be happy if we got Arias. Yeah, they were teammates in the Marlins. Yeah. And Arias could be our leadoff hitter. He's also a 2-time batting champ. He's a good contact guy from the lefty side with some speed. Don't really care about his defensive first base, but he would not come with a qualifying offer, and Christian Walker would. And at this point, you have to give up 2 draft picks if you sign somebody attached to a QO. The Yankees are already doing that. They recouped 1 for Soto. They're giving up 2 more valuable ones for free. So the second rounder and the 5th rounder. They're getting a compensatory pick after the 4th round for Soto. So, but it sounds like Tucker's the goal right now. He's the move. I don't think they're gonna do anything. Like they're not gonna do Bellinger before Tucker. They would do Bellinger after Tucker, maybe, if they decide to go with him on first base. But they could also pivot. If the Cubs want to play the hard line like that, they can go for Carlos Santana or try to make a trade for someone else at first base. So you never know. But it could go Ari. But Kyle Tucker is obviously priority number 1 right now. Now that the Astros have made him fully available, and think about it this way too. Yes, he's gonna be a free agent next year. Yes, we worry about the Juan Soto 1 year and deal thing. But the Yankees actually said tonight that they don't mind that him being a 1-year rental. They want to win the World Series. But if they give him an extension, let's just say you put a $400 million extension on the table for him, right? And you get him and you get Cody Bellinger. I mean, you can get him and Bellinger and Max Fried and still spend almost $100 million less than they would have spent for Juan Soto himself. So that's a way of mathing it a little bit, right? So, yeah, that's kind of I think they're blowing smoke, Aiden, Brian Hoke. Trying to get, because the Astros want to re-sign Bregman. They're trying to get them to raise the price on the Astros. So I highly doubt they're going to sign Bregman. He's also attached to a QL. So I highly doubt. I don't know, Wink. I don't know, honestly. I think Soto was just going to go to the highest bidder. And that was, clearly that's, why you most of the time you represented by Boris. And he got pressure from the union as well to do it. So I think he was going to go to the highest bidder no matter who it was. It could have been the Banana Rama, the Mudhounds. And if they were the highest bidder, he would have gone there. So Tucker's represented by Elite Sports Management, which is actually in New York. So it's not Scott Boras, thankfully. So, yeah, Bregman and even Jack Curry said Bregman's not really fit here. They're not pursuing him. They're not pursuing Nolan Arenado either. So, yeah. They're going to unload probably Stroman and Hill. At least those 2 guys, and they'll give up some more payroll flexibility. The big deals, well, one of them happened today, Andrew. Garrett Crochet got traded to the Boston Red Sox. That's a huge one. So, yep, Scott Efros is still here. He's part of the bullpen. Yep. The Padres. Where are you going to play Machado? That's the other question. We have Jazz at third base, so I'm not moving Jazz for Manny Machado. I wouldn't do that. All right, 109 likes. Let's see if we can get to 200, gang. Just tap that thumbs up. It's always helpful in these live streams, so I greatly appreciate it. Kobe, right now, it's Ben Rice, but they're looking to significantly upgrade that position. So this is one of the things they're going to be working on this offseason. I think it has to do with some TV rights, Ken. They're looking to shed Payroll Padres, so with TV deals and TV network deals and stuff like that. So they're in a financially tough spot right now, so they're going to have to shed some payroll. Hector's not on tonight, J-Gen. No. They had the Rule 5 draft, and then he was heading back home tonight. He's probably at the airport. No, Graham, if they trade Stroman and Hill, they will add another starter. Flaherty or Buehler would probably be the ones I would think too, because they would be cheaper than Burnes, and they're neither one of them is attached to a QL. So, yeah, Christian Walker's on the backside now that Kyle Tucker is on the front, front of the wagon here, he's going to occupy all their attention right now. So, how did Cash not offer a better bid than Boston? What? For Crochet? We don't know what they wanted Dominguez and just Spencer Jones, Andrew. That's what they asked for from the Yankees. Dominguez, Spencer Jones, and I think Chase Hampton too. So they asked for more from Yankees than they're getting from Boston. But this is a pretty good package from Boston. Kyle Teal's a big prospect. So, but They got free, which is probably another reason why they're not offering massive packages for a guy like Garrett Crochet. So yeah, the Rangers traded for Jake Berger. I put that out this morning too. They added a power bat. Two prospects are headed to the Marlins. It looks like Nate Lowe is probably available as a first base option too. On a cheap, he's one of the cheaper option as well. And I think he has 2 years of control up before he's a free agent too. So he's another option for first base. If Bellinger, if the Cubs aren't budging on the Bellinger price, then Nate Lowe is definitely a legitimate option. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, we got a good pitcher, Clint. Max Fried's a good pitcher. Yeah. They asked for Dominguez and Jones for Crochet. Um, no, Pete Alonso. They're not going to go for Pete Alonso. They're definitely not going to go for Pete Alonso. And I don't think we sign Bregman. He's not a fit either. They're using that to drive up the price on the Houston Astros. So we got 400 people in here. Shout out to all of you, gang. Shout out to the whole chat. Hit them like buttons, gang. Let's keep hitting them likes up. Let's try to get to 300 likes if we can. So, yeah, well, the Cody Bellinger trade I think is going to be on hold until the Kyle Tucker trade. But if the Yankees realize that they're not going to get Tucker, they will pivot real quick, real fast. So, Luis Hill, Ben Rice, Roderick Garris. Yeah, it's probably going to cost something like that, C. Genis. Something like that. Christian Walker, I don't know. Well, the Nationals are in on him now. The Nationals are in on Anthony Santander as well. So after Belly, I'm going to go bullpen Miguel. Belly's not going to be the next move. They're going to wait and see what happens with Kyle Tucker first. So we have a third baseman. Jazz Chisholm's our third baseman. And Alex Bregman is older. He's attached to a QO. So yeah, he's good defender, but we have Jazz Chisholm right now. Maybe Teoscar will sign somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, the Boston Red Sox are not going to trade Cassis to the Yankees. There's no way, Benji. Yeah, there's no way they'll do that to the Yankees. For the Yankees. Yeah, Tanner Scott is on the radar. The Yankees and the Mets are bidding for Tanner Scott. Well, Kobe right now, they had about a 6.25. They gave $1 million of it up for Max Fried, and then they just added $250,000. So they're at 5.5 right now million. So my guess they're gonna probably get some more international money this offseason to load up as much as they possibly can for Roki Sasaki. If that doesn't work, I mean, there's other players like Juan Diasagen and some other players that would represent the high level international players on the offensive side. So the Yankees definitely will be heavily invested in the international market. Yeah. Second base, Caleb Durbin, they've already said he's going to get a chance to win the second base job. Yep, he's speed demon too. Contact hitter. No. Yeah, the Nationals are in on Gleyber Torres. Profar, and I don't think either one of them have QOs, Raven. I don't think Jurickson, Profar, or Hassan Kim have QOs attached to them, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. The Dodgers were at 3 years, 66 for him. He wanted the 5 years. So there's still a little bit of a gap there. Yeah, 4 finalists, but that's, I would be shocked if Bregman happens. I think they're using him to raise the price for everybody else. Profar's a guy I would look at, but right now I would want 2 lefty bats. 2 lefty bats. Stanton, 3 more. 3 more, Clint. We don't know yet, Howard. They're working hard to get Kyle Tucker from the Astros. And they're working on Cody Bellinger too, but that wouldn't happen until after Kyle Tucker. Until they find out what the situation is with Kyle Tucker. And that's where it's at right now. So these are, essentially just the latest updates, right? So that's really it. I think they would try for Brennan Donovan, but I don't think they're gonna get him. Unfortunately, I would love to get him, but I don't think they're gonna get him. So Teoscar will get paid. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if it'll happen tonight, Hayden. It would be nice if they did, but it'd be nice if they got Tucker tonight. I will go live later. Most definitely, if they get Tucker, sure. Heck yeah. They haven't met with Sasaki yet. They have a presentation ready for him, but they haven't met with him yet. Nobody has. Nobody's met with Roki yet. Yeah, the winter meetings were a little bit more. Well, I think it was like everybody was hung over with for the whole entire day for the Soto to the Mets thing. It was like the next day, that's all they were talking about, and then business didn't really happen until yesterday. So, like, how much can you talk about Soto to the Mets? Like, we have other teams that need the business here. No, but yeah, the Yankees need to get more athletic. This is why they're targeting certain players. Like Kyle Tucker is athletic. He's fast. So, and he's an athletic player. Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt, Angela. But that's where we're at. That's where we're at. And again, if Tucker came in, he'd probably play left field. Dominguez would play center. Judge would be in right. And now Dominguez and center would have protection from both sides of the outfield, which is key. I know a lot of people want them to get Burnes, but I don't see Burnes happening. I don't see Corbin Burnes happening. I don't know, Jay Gent. They've already made 2 this evening, so 2 moves. I don't know if they would make another move tonight. No, I don't think Tucker's going to be a Met in 26. No. There was a lot of noise during the winter meetings. Not enough sizzle. A lot of noise. In the latest Corbin Burnes is the Giants have an 8-year offer out to him. And the latest on Pete Alonso is the Oakland A's or Sacramento A's have a 4-year offer out to him. So, yeah, Fried is pretty solid, man. He's solid. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing with Fried. I'm glad you brought that up, Rocky. They're playing Fried 12 this year and 12 next year. And then the 6 years after that, 29. So they give themselves some payroll flexibility this year and next year, which is good, man. Which is good because then you have Hicks coming off, you have DJ coming off, and you have Stanton coming off, like some of these other guys are coming off as well. So it's the way they set up their payroll nicely with Max Fried. I doubt Trevor Bauer is going to get back into the major leagues, Bronx 5. I highly doubt it. So Jose, they're like I said, they're after Kyle Tucker and Cody Bellinger and Tanner Scott, and I'm sure they're after other people that they're not talking about. So because that's what Cashman does. I didn't expect their trade tonight, but they made a trade. So yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 I doubt they'll trade O'Neal Cruz, the Reds. I'd be shocked. Pirates, excuse me, the Pirates. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that this would be a crazy good outfield. It would be a crazy good outfield. So and he's a good contact hitter. He's athletic. He's a good defender, Tucker. So he'd represent. They would make it. We wouldn't miss Soto as much as we did before. Make it easier to get over him. They re-signed Lasagna for just some bullpen depth. Ken, he's coming back and he's got a big arm and apparently he's looking good. With soft catching bullpen. So he should be ready by the end of April. They're saying. So Tucker to the Cubs. I think the Yankees will beat Cubs' trade package. If Cubs are not offering pitching and the Astros are looking for pitching. So Justin, the Yankees traded a catcher, Carlos Narvaez to the Boston Red Sox for a pitching prospect and international money. So it's one of these minor trades that Cashman does a lot of, but it's going to help them get better around the margins. I do think we have a shot at Roki. Yes, I do, Miguel. Yeah, Verdugo is out there, but he's not coming back. Neither is Gleyber Torres. So neither is Anthony Rizzo. You must, my friend. How are you? Nothing on Teoscar. He's going to wait and he's gonna have to wait until the Tucker situation and potentially the Cody Bellinger situation is resolved. Yeah, if he pulls Devin Williams on, that would be crazy. Well, unfortunately, the Cubs do not want to eat any money of the Bellinger trade. Yeah, Tamaki Sagano, he's another one. Yeah, I can't see a 3-team trade. Not that one. Not the one that's floating around Twitter. No, not that one. Yeah, I mean, Framber Valdez only has one more year left. So, and he has some injuries too. So, there's a reason why they're looking for young, controllable pitching. That's probably why, because they're probably going to lose Valdez next year. Well, exactly, Graham. Too. They're all over the place. Verdugo, I think he can go to the White Sox or the A's or the Braves or even the Nationals. So, yeah, I saw that joke of a trade, Ryan, on Twitter, saying they offered Andujar Frazier. What a joke. That's funny. Sagano, I don't know if he's posted yet. That's a good question. Nothing on Tanner Scott. All I know is the Yankees are in on him. The money for Loizaga hadn't been posted yet. Let me double check here. It's a team option for 2026. There's no numbers here yet. There's no numbers on Loizaga. My guess is it won't be that high. And they will be bringing in multiple other relievers, so they're going to be busy with the bullpen. Chicken pawn. Yeah. If Sagano's an international, then yeah, unless he can get an opportunity. Yeah. I don't know, some Cubs, Astros, Yankees thing where like the Cubs were not. It was just benefiting the Astros and the Yankees and the Cubs. It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense, Mazza. I mean, I heard the Mets looking to eat salary to trade Starling Marte. I did hear that. Yeah, we know Pete Alonso's not happening. There's no way. It's not happening to the. My guess he goes back to the Mets or goes to, or either Houston or Seattle or something like that. A team that needs first base. I think Hill. I would resign Canely. I'm not sure. Vinny Pasquantino. I don't know. If it doesn't work out at first base with Bellinger, then he's an option to trade for. Then you got Nate Lowe in Texas, who's now available because they got Jake Berger. You got some other options available. 200 likes, Scanning. All right. Appreciate you. Yankees don't want Alonso. They don't need Alonso. Yeah. But I can see the Astros sign Alonso. Walker, yeah, and they're also hesitant about the having this give up 2 draft picks for him too. Yeah, I'm surprised if Finnegan hasn't been picked up yet either. Devin Williams I think he'll get traded this offseason. Yeah. The Rule 5 draft for the Yankees. Go as you asked. Hang on 1 second. I have. Where are they? I have the results here. The Yankees did not lose as much as people thought they would lose. A lot of the folks got protected. Let me see. I think they might have gotten only 2 players scooped up. In the first round, they lost. Actually, nobody in the first round. In the second round, there was only 1 team that picked, the 15th and the Braves. They didn't pick the Yankees. Let's see. The Braves picked up Blaine Abayeta. He's a right-handed pitcher from their high A. And who else got scooped up by? They were with the Yankees. Round 3. Round 4. Round 5. And Phillies Gabriel Barbosa. He was the 67th pick for round 5. He was a right-hander pitcher for the Yankees. So it looks like the Yankees might have lost 2 pitchers in the Rule 5 draft. But they protected Zach Messenger. They protected TJ Rumfield. It looks like they protected Tyler Hardman. Bailey D, Sean Boyle, Edgar Barclay, Alexander Vargas, Elijah Dunham, Graham Richardson. So they protected more guys than I thought they were going to protect. So probably didn't put their profile at that, at the price category that it's at, which is why teams pass on the Rule 5. Try to get some money on the cheap if they think he's going to keep falling. So, yeah. Yeah, the Astros are a little bit tied too. Yeah, Sunil's right. Yeah. So, did the Yankees pick up any play? Actually, they did. They picked up one. They picked up a. I think it's a pitcher. I think it's a young pitcher in the Yankees, and that's it. That's all they got in the Rule 5 draft. It was relatively light for the Yankees. I think we have an equal shot at Roki Sasaki. I think a lot of teams have equal, shot at Roki Sasaki. So, Soto conference. Nah, I'm not gonna watch it. For what? Yeah. I'm not really interested in watching the Soto press conference. It's weird, Jack. I mean, it's really, really weird why isn't Durbin in the top 30. Neither was Carlos Narvaez, the guy they just traded out. So it's kind of weird. He's favored to win the second base job. His profile fits what the Yankees are trying to accomplish. That's why. I don't know how bad he is at first base, CC. I'm not sure, but he'd be our leadoff hitter, and he's a former two-time batting champ, so brings quite a bit of value. Oh yeah, if they add Ball, I got it. If they add Mo Grant Tucker, yeah, it's a much better team. Super chat, thank you so much. Love you, Val. I appreciate that. So about Soto, but thinking about it, might be a blessing in disguise. Yeah, I mean, the Yankees dodged a $765 million budget. I mean, a bullet. So, and at that point, at that money, is a sweet or no sweet that much of a difference? Like, apparently, it was 27. They tried to milk every ounce of dollar and cent that the Mets had to offer them. Jesse. Oh. I see Tanaka being at the meeting for Roki. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No, Sasaki throws really hard, Sunil. Maybe he can turn into a more crafty guy. I don't know what to expect from him, to be honest with you, Roki. He throws hard, but that's all I know. But he's got good stuff. He's got very good stuff. Oh, Jesse Patterson. But that's it, gang. That's the latest, right? There's nothing. Let me check the most recent news here to see if there's anything that comes in. I don't want to keep you on here just for updates. The updates are great, but I'd rather give you news, something that's actually got teeth, something that's relevant. All right, just to say, well, the Yankees are still in and I'm still interested in. That's not news to me. All right. There's a whole lot of mock trades being put out right now. Let's see the market. Yeah, the market for third base Alex Bregman is coming to a close. Final offers are being prepared. So it looks like he's getting their final offers. He'll be getting teams' final offers. So I mean, Bregman can happen tonight or tomorrow. That'd be an interesting one. Yeah, that's all I have here. There's nothing else out right now, other than just chatter about the Cubs. And with the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki and Isak Paredes are on the table for Kyle Tucker, but they're looking for pitching, and the Cubs are not offering it. Not tonight, you don't know. Hector's not coming on. A lot of the business is done. A lot of the people have gone home now after the Rule 5 draft, so I think the Red Sox have a good shot at getting Castillo. I don't think they're going to get Burnes, so I think they'll get somebody like Castillo. I think Burnes is going to wind up with the Giants. San Francisco Giants. Roki, I would personally start Sasaki as a middle reliever here, and then slowly work his way up towards being a starting pitcher. Just protect him. Minors games in. Who are you referring to, Jeffrey? 25 or 26 and got demoted back to A-ball. Who are you referring to? I want to make sure I'm familiar with who you're talking about. I think Pavetta's available too. Yeah. Say Suzuki maybe, but he wouldn't be my first pick. But I mean, if you do Bellinger, you could do a Bellinger say Suzuki trade. But I don't think any of this is going to happen until they figure out whether they have a shot at trading for Tucker or not. So Corbin Burnes went to school in BS. He did. Giants, yeah. I think the Giants pull it together and get Corbin Burnes. And they have to counter the Dodgers by replacing Blake Snell. They really, really do. Oh, Pivetta, yeah. Murakami's got a shot. I mean, he's going to be posted next year officially, so yeah, never know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, but that's where we're at. So I'm going to let you all go. All right. Do a double check. Yeah, we didn't see anything, but I'm going to check one more place. Let's just see if it's Yankee specific. See if we got any Yankee specific news other than Loizaga. Let's see. No. Okay. It's all right. Bregman, no idea. Jose, no idea. Any one-year deals out there for first base left field? Carlos Santana could probably be here on a 1 year. After that, I mean Josh Naylor, but I don't think Josh Naylor is going to get traded now. Hector's out, Bronx 5. He's out doing stuff. He's been at the winter meetings all day for the last 3-4 days. So he's kind of unwinding now. The work for the most part is done. Santana, Carl Santana. Where do you see that? Let's see. See if that's. Yeah, nothing yet. Yeah, Durbin is 5'6". He's undersized, like Jose Altuve. But he's got elite contact skills, bat the ball skills. He puts the ball in play, so that's when he runs the bases like a bat out of hell. So get a guy that hustles all the time with speed. Yeah, sign me up for that, baby. So, oh yeah, I mean, sell it to the Dodgers. I mean, so that's why I think Corbin Burnes would be a perfect fit for the Giants because they can offset the Dodgers moves and then also give another team to shut the Mets down. So that's the way I see it. Yeah. And now they can afford Naylor because they moved him. Yeah, exactly. They moved Jimenez for prospects, and now they can maybe even extend Naylor. Exactly. I think Durbin will make the team this year. I do. They're going to have to give up a lot. You're not going to get somebody like that without giving up a lot. It's got to hurt. All good trades are going to hurt like that. Really good trades. And they want to strike while the iron's hot, the Yankees. So, but a lot of people out there apparently are thinking that the Yankees front office is desperate after they lost out on Soto, they're willing to be careless. And it doesn't sound like that's the case. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. The Nationals are interested in Gleyber Torres. They're interested in Anthony Santander and Christian Walker. So you might get one or two of those guys. I do think they will trade Hill, Bronx. They're gonna have to get what do you call it? Our guy Kyle Tucker. Mm-hmm. Naylor was be crazy with that little baby carry. Oh my god. Matt's asking Torres if you I mean teams will ask for some crazy requests. So yeah. Yeah, me. Mm-hmm. No, Flaherty and Bueller. I mean, they could get Bueller as a cheaper end on the back in the rotation, but they could also get some other people that are still available too. So I don't think Bueller will cost as much as Flaherty, which is good. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, that's it, gang. Nothing else happens right now. I promise you I will go live if something significant happens. So go have yourself a great night. Appreciate all these. Hit the like button on the way out. Hit that sub button if you haven't hit the sub button. We are 200 subs away from 22,000. So I want to try to get there before the end of this year. And your support really means the world. We're at 20, let me see. 21,000. Come on, open, man. Where am I? Okay, here we go. 21,816. So 184 away from 22K. So I'm going to try and get to 22K by the end of the year. But yes, he hasn't happened yet. Seattle's interested in Carl Santana, but he hasn't gone. He hasn't signed with the Seattle Mariners yet. Yeah, Bregman. Exactly. I think it'd be good for him to reunite with AJ Hinch in Detroit. Give them some little firepower there for the postseason. Jennifer, have a great night. But everybody else, have a great night. Peace and love to all ears. Keep your notifications turned on. I'll see you on the other side.